What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic early morning grind. Hit y'all with a few boxing videos as well. And apparently, Terrell Gausha versus Erislandy Lara killed the ratings for Showtime boxing this past Saturday. It was, the ratings took a nosedive in the middle of that fight. I think the card peaked at 550,000 viewers, according to the Peter Nelson television, statistics, whatever you call them. Jerry Swift Hurd and Austin Trout was the highest viewed fight out of the three junior middleweight fights. And Jamel Charlo and Lubin was the second most highest viewed fight. Only reason that probably wasn't the highest viewed fight is because it ended so quickly. But it just shows you that Erislandy Lara is truly boring. He needs the right opponent in front of him to make him offensive, like Alfredo Angulo. I'm gonna keep, pushing that. And Jamel Charlo, Jerry Swift Hurd, they don't have to fight Erislandy Lara to be seen as the most popular, the most dominant, or the number one junior middleweight. Lara has had his shots at being a number one middleweight and cleaning out. Number one junior middleweight and cleaning out the junior middleweight division. He's had several shots, and after he fell versus Canelo, he could have, made concessions, compromised and made fights happen with Andrade. Could have made fights happen with other top junior middleweights, but he chose not to. He chose to go the bum route or the lower level, mid level route. He didn't fight the upper echelon opponents, and now all of a sudden, now that he wants to fight the top junior middleweights, he can keep it moving. He needs to move at the 160 anyway and compete. He's done at 154. He's 34, possibly older, being Cuban. Sometimes their ages get mixed up. And that's the God honest truth right there, man. He needs to move on. He's irrelevant at 154 amongst, the casual fan base. I think maybe 160 is some more offensive fighters. It's going to be more opportunities for him to move his hands and counter guys. And I think he can beat anybody in the world at 154 and 160 any given night. He legitimately could beat anybody, but at the end of the day, his management team is just, nitpicking and picking these weak fighters to break this title defense. And don't get it twisted. Al Heyman is not his manager. Al Heyman is his advisor. His manager is Luis de Cubas. I think that's this guy's name, a little short, light-skinned, fat Cuban guy. That's his manager. He manages his career. He picks his fights. He does all that. He draws the schematic for Erislandy Lara's career. Al Heyman just closes the deal. When you see Al Heyman as an advisor, when somebody just say Al Heyman is my advisor, that just means Al Heyman closes the deal. Period. He makes the deal. He closes the deal. You move on. When he's the manager and advisor, he gives you, opponents, and you pick the opponents you want, and he proceeds to make the deal. It's as simple as that. That is what it is. Lara, with the decline ratings when this fight came on, there's no coincidence. It was a boring fight with a boring opponent. You couldn't hold the viewerships. Swift Hurd just showed that, he got some juice now. Jamel Charlo just showed they got juice now. It's really between them to be the best 154 pounder. Of course, I believe, I said it several times, that Erickson Lubin will bounce back and potentially be one of the better 154 pounders in the future. But Lara got to do better than this, and that starts with having better opponents. We out.